I love hot dogs, but have you ever wondered what's actually in a hot dog? Do you want to know? I looked at the label the other day and was like, whoa, what is this stuff? When I'm watching a Rangers game, chowing down at the ballpark, should I be worried about eating phosphates, sodium nitrate, calcium sulfate, or should I just worry about Darvish's pitch count? So I decided to ask my chemistry teacher, what's up with that? What is that stuff? I was told those crazy long words are called compounds. But first, the teacher said I had to learn about bonding. Then I could decide whether I should be worried or not about the stuff in my hot dog. Then the teacher said, just get out your periodic table, son. See, y'all, it's like this. All this yellow stuff, those elements are metals. From the far left of the PT to that ziggity-zag line. On the other side of that line, all those elements in blue are nonmetals. The elements on the line can't make up their mind. Sometimes they act like metals, and sometimes they act like nonmetals. Most elements don't like to be lonely. They like to get with other elements and bond. A bond is what holds the elements together. Do you remember what part of an element does the bonding? Protons, neutrons? Nope, it's all about the electrons. And not just any electrons, the valence electrons your teacher keeps rambling on about. Elements can form bonds in 3 different ways: covalent, ionic, and metallic. Anyway, when a metal, any element in yellow here, gets together and bonds with a nonmetal, any element in blue, an ionic bond is formed. Let's add that to our notes. I bet you're wondering what happens when 2 or more nonmetals get together. Yep, that's a covalent bond. And when 2 or more metals bond, it's called metallic bonding. Okay, so those are the 3 types of bonds that can form between atoms. So you know that stuff already. But what does that have to do with compounds or hot dogs? Just hang in there with me a little longer. When different elements bond, they create something new. What now exists has different properties than the elements they came from. Let's look at just ionic and covalent bonding for now. Metals and nonmetals combine and are held together by ionic bonds. They make something new, called a salt. These salts are commonly referred to as compounds. When nonmetals bond with each other, covalent bonds hold them together. When nonmetals combine, they form molecular compounds. Most just call them molecules. Okay, so we've got compounds and molecules. These words may be new, but you run into them every day. Can you think of an example that you probably use daily? Table salt. You put it in your food. Salt is a compound called sodium chloride. It is made from sodium, a metal, and chlorine, a nonmetal, held together by an ionic bond. Look back at your periodic table. See, here is sodium on the yellow side, and here is chlorine on the blue side of the PT. Metals and nonmetals form compounds. Okay, what about molecules? Can you think of an example of a molecule? I bet you're thinking of water, H2O. Water is a molecule. It is made from 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, held together by a covalent bond. This thing again. Okay, so here's hydrogen. It's a nonmetal. There's oxygen, another nonmetal. Both blue. 2 nonmetals make a molecule. So putting atoms together is kind of like cooking. Mixing ingredients in the kitchen can lead to endless tasty possibilities. But just like when you're cooking, some things go well together and some things just don't. Ketchup goes great on a hot dog, but with ice cream, that's just nasty. Most elements won't bond with just any old element. Knowing how many and what kind of atoms will bond depends on the electrons, the valence electrons. Well, that's all I got for y'all today, guys. But if you want to know more about that stuff in your hot dog, tune into the next video. Bye, guys.